Hello! So, this is my Live to Win Sprite deck profile. I play some kind of weird cards in here, but I only bring locals, so there's not really anything bad about it. Let's start. Put that off to the side. So, let's start off with probably the best cards in the deck. 3 blue. Like, this is self-explainable here. Best card in the deck. And then we'll go Jet. Jet is also a really good card. Nothing wrong with it. Searched out all the spells. Our spells kind of do suck in this deck, but man, we're fine with it. Our 2 negates, our monster negate, and our spell negate. I really think their names should be switched up. I think that one looks like a carrot, that one looks like red. But Konami be doing some weird stuff now. And will we be searching off Jet? Our 3 Sprite starters. So I know a lot of people play Smashers, but I don't have Smashers. So we work with what we got here, bro. And you know what we don't got? We don't have Smashers. We also don't have the Trap. I know the Trap is pretty played, but I don't do that. You get notifications be going off in the back. And then, kind of just like going second cards, I'm pretty sure. Well, the best going second card, Dark Ruler. So a lot of people kind of ask, why are you playing Dark Ruler instead of playing, well, Droplet? I know Droplet's really good, but just, I think Dark Ruler's way better. It's just a free negate of everything on the board right now. That's pretty good. Stopped a whole bunch of negates in the format. For sure, yeah. Just really good. And then 1 called by, because it's only at 1. If I could play this at 3, I would play it at 3. Speaking of called by, we have 2 crossouts. A thing that's really a trouble in this deck, playing past negates, because they kind of just like turn off your gigantic, which is normally the Ash target. Ash Magnet like never goes off, really. So Designator, and then all of our Designator targets. We have 2 DD Crow. We played 2 because we need space in the deck, and I do not want to bring this deck up to like 44 cards. I'm fine at keeping it at 43, but I do not want to go up to 44. Speaking of graveyard negates, we will have 3 Bell. It's good. It's just another DD Crow, but it's just negate instead of just being a banish, because banish is not all good. And then the 1 of hand traps being Effect Veiler and Nibiru. Nibiru, we don't really need to play Nibiru. Nibiru is not all that great in the format right now, but yeah. Effect Veiler gets past our Gigantic. Our Gigantic makes it so it's level 2 or lower. Guess who's level 2 and lower? Effect Veiler, DD Crow. Those are the cards that we really need to negate. And then most iconic hand trap are, well, our 3 Ash Blossom. I do run 3 different rarities. Yeah, so I run 3 different rarities because the time that this releases, this is from the structure deck. This is from what was it? Dual Devastator, and then this one's for maximum gold. I don't like paying $20 for an Ash Blossom. It just went down to 5. Yes, I know that. And I picked this up. I already had these 2. I've been playing 2 for the longest amount of time, but now we don't. And then the best hand trap in my opinion, best trap card in general, If Impermanence. It's the only trap card we play in the deck because it's just the fastest trap card that I could find. That's the real problem with trap cards, really. Trap cards are just really slow. And I know that. So I only played 3 of this. But it's pretty good. And then next, it's just the main, well, kind of the main part of the deck. For me, I'd kind of say the hand traps for most of the part. I don't win die rolls. I don't win a lot of die rolls. So I would say we do a lot of just going second. But the rare chances we go first, because they're playing some weird going second deck, or they just want me to go first for some reason, we have a bunch of cards. These are 1-card Gigantics. These are just all 1-card Gigantics right now. So, let's explain this. Extender. It's bad on its own. That's why we only play 1. But it's searchable off of this. And then this is searchable off of Secret Password. Secret Password, really good. We only play 1 of it because, well, we only play 2 of the broken spell. This spell is just... The reason I got into this deck is because I love Trickstars, if you couldn't tell. We have Trickstar card sleeve, Trickstar playmat. We love Trickstars here. Trickstar, best deck of all. And this card is just a free Trickstar effect. Just a free Trickstar effect. And with this stuff, you're making, like, this is always live most of the time. It's always live in some fashion. Also, if you don't use it for, like, the effect, you can just use its first effect when it's played, search out a free Gigantic. Who doesn't want a free Gigantic? Free Gigantic is amazing. So yep, that is our whole Live Twin package. So you might be thinking to yourself, so that's 40 cards right there. Why do you have a small pile off here? We have 4 cards left. 4 cards. You might be wondering, what are these 4 cards possibly? So, this is the spice. Absolute weird stuff that I just play for some random reason. So, we were talking about Trickstars before. Trickstar, their deck. So I was watching a deck profile one time. Let's just explain this. I was watching a deck profile one time, and I saw this guy, and he was playing like the weirdest thing in his Spright build, and I love it so much. And basically he explained it as, oh, it's just a free extender, back row removal, all that stuff. And I was like, back row removal main deck? And it's a free extender? And it's a main attack. Like, and it just hits face. Like, that's really good. So, what are those cards, you may be asking? 1, Lily Bell. 2, Live Stage. Light Stage is broken. It's just a broken card. That's why they had to limit this down to 1. But they finally, after so many years, brought it back, and it's at 3. We are not playing 3 of this card because we're only playing 1 of this. This card is just insane. It feels like it was built for the deck at a lot of points. Yeah, this is the Monster Reborn for Trickstar, if you didn't know. It doesn't have a burn effect. Or at least I don't know it. It is... So its effect is, in battle, it's able to attack direct. That's it. So that's basically 800 plus 200. That's a free 1000. This card is clutch. I was playing against Crooked Locals one time. I won the game because of this card. I just would hit over and over again 1,000 damage and win. It's really good. And then, the one last card, our gigantic summon. This. This is the card. This is just the best card. Whole deck. So, why is this the best card? So, gigantic summon. I don't really have any real card I could summon off gigantic. So I was like looking around for cards. I put in like a weird thing into the deck one time, which I did not like. I tried building Herald. Yeah, it was really weird. I saw this combo from like this one guy where he did Melfi, Caddy, plus Hoppier Synchron and would make Herald. And I looked at that and I was like, okay, that seems interesting. So I put it in the deck and I tried it out. It is extremely slow. You get out Herald when they've already done everything. So Herald doesn't really do anything, and then all they do is they just destroy the Herald, and then it's like, okay, what do we do after that? We don't really do anything after that. So I was thinking we could play this. So if you don't know what Ibly does, Ibly, when it's Link Summon, summons itself to your opponent's field, and the opponent has to Link Summon with it. Has to Link Summon it away, has to tribute something away. It cannot normal summon, cannot special summon anything until this is off your field. So I was playing this at locals. I really like it. There were a couple times where I won games because of it. For me, I played this deck extremely slow. Like, I mean extremely slow. And I don't like how slow I play it. But with this, I'm able to just stall out a turn if I can. I did have people who would just tribute over this. I don't know if you could actually do that, but I didn't feel like asking that question. Sorry for that. I'm just gonna wait till it stops. My friend was trying to call me on Discord. I thought he was asleep already. He is really excited for like Scarlet and Violet, so that's why he's up right now. He's normally not up at this time, but because Scarlet and Violet, he is just so excited for that game. He has Violet, and he's been playing it a whole bunch. So, wait on. Back to profile. Extra deck. We are going to move on to extra deck. The only Xyz we play, Gigantic Spright. And we will play Elf. This is our whole package of the sprites in extra deck. We need 2 Elf because the Elf always gets destroyed, and we always run out of Elves. Gigantic. Big damage, negates, do a bunch of stuff. It's normally just the Ash target, though. We never normally get to activate this. I just don't get to activate it. I don't know. It's kind of weird sometimes, but everything works out in the end, somewhat. And then we have all of our live twins, the biggest portion of the extra deck and smallest portion of the actual deck. So, we run 2 Evil Twin Trouble Sunny. We run 2 of this because I run out of one of these and then I want to build a second one, but I can't, which I don't like. We run 2 Lilla. Standard. And then I prefer running 3 of this. I prefer to run 3 instead of 2 because I always run out of like one of them. I try building a second one and then I can't make a third one, which sucks. I just don't really like that. And what about I wanted to just do this and then I wanted to build this again. And I want to build another one. Like, that's just a bunch of stuff that I've ran into. It's just, It might not run in for everyone, but these are the ratios I like playing. And for some Ibly targets, we are so we are playing IP Masquerade. This is kind of self-explanatory. Link summon on your opponent's turn. We can build this very easily by using an extender plus elf. It's pretty good. And targets for this, we have quite a bit. So the main one that we're going to be summoning is Mech Knight Crusade Avermax. Avermax is just a big wall. Yeah, sure. Most people can get around it, but some people can't. Like, I am only playing this deck at locals. I am not playing this deck anywhere else. I'm not playing this deck anywhere else. So the only place I'm playing this deck, locals. I did bring a version of Live Twins to a regional not all that long ago, but yeah. Yeah. This is just a really good card. So to explain what this card does, because most people don't know what this does. So basically what this card does, always swings for 3,000 against any special summoned monster. That's a once per battle effect, so it's really good. I've had times where I'm going up against like a fellow Spright deck. I bust this down. They can't win. They can't win after that because they can't out that. Yeah, sure, sometimes they play Smashers and stuff like that, but if they've already used their Smashers, though, they've already used their Smashers. I've seen people use their Smashers on the first turn and then they don't have it. So, yep, just kind of good of a card. We have two possible IP targets, but mainly they're just the Fiends. The Fiends being Unchained Abomination and Nightmare Unicorn. We run Unicorn because it's just a free spin it back to the deck. There's a combo with this and Lilla where you're able to have two pops. I like that combo. It's a good combo. There's nothing wrong with it. I do not want to play this card, but I have to because I don't really have anything else. I was playing this really weird like rank 2 Xyz, but I hated it so much. It was not a good card. It was not a good card. Let's just phrase it like that. It was not a good card. So, on to the side deck, where most of the jank cards are. And to give some context to the side deck that you're going to be looking at, my side deck is very weird. I run a side deck of just a bunch of random cards. So that's for two reasons. First, I don't want to spend money into a side deck. I know that is kind of a stupid reason, but meh. I don't have the money right now to be able to put money into a side deck when I can put it into the main deck. I put it into extra deck. Like, I'm not really side decking anything, so yeah. Our second thing is I took a hiatus from Yu-Gi-Oh! For a very long amount of time. I've been playing for a couple months because, well, I was trying to build this very deck, like, when it was super meta. And, well, I was not able to get blue when it was $87, because it was $87, bro. I got one. Yeah, but I wasn't able to get the rest. So now, this was like format that I used to play. Formats I used to play is what the side deck is. So, enough trying to do that. Let's just talk about it. So, first card, Token Collector. It's probably not the first card you expected when I was just going on a rant about my side deck, but it's a really good card. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's really good against Adventure. There's Spright Adventure in the format, and there's like many other decks that play this and that play adventure in the format. So yeah. Also, third DD Crow. I am playing this because I wanted to play a third one. I couldn't because, well, way too many cards already. I don't want to put in a third one. And cross out target. Cross out target, don't you think? Cross out target. Also, on the fact of cross out targets, 2 Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell works against continuous, field spells, and gigantic. It works against gigantic. The main reason you're using this, if it's like runic field spell, runic stuff, you're doing this. The one, I've only cited this in once, and I cited in this one against, I'm pretty sure it was like Kraken Control. So basically the same Crooked Crook deck that I won the first game using Trickstar. Yep. I cited one of these in because he popped the gigantic with it. Very sad moments all around. Did not like that, so cited it in so I could cross out him next game. It didn't happen. Wanted my revenge, but always go back next week and do that. Also, a thing from Drytron formats. Droll and Lock. Drytrons can't play past Droll and Lock. Think about it. They can't play past Droll and Lock. I know I play weird rarities, but phase your mind off of that. So yeah. Yep. There's not really anything else with that. It's just Drytron format. Also, another thing to think about, it is a level 1. Gets past his restrictions, so we can just side it in. Cross that target. Don't you think? I did see one person, he did draw me one game. It was really weird, and surprisingly it worked. It worked pretty good. But, yeah. Also, let's move on. Back row removal. Back row removal. Amazing. Amazing. We run the best back row removal card in the game. Harpy Duster. This is Raigeki for back row. It's insane. And then we run 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I would run Twin Twister, but I played this in Mystic Mine format to get rid of Mystic Mine, so just really good. It's Mystic Mine. I know Mystic Mine's banned, but in the future, possibly. It does come up sometimes. It does come up. And now some jank. So I had 1 extra space in the side deck. So I thought, okay, I'll play Change of Art. It's a good card. There's nothing wrong with it. Possibly put this in main board. I know that would be really weird. It would probably be very funny. I thought of playing double summon in the side deck for a very long amount of time. I was thinking about it because I was like, okay, so if they negate my Live Twin effect, and I had a level 2 in hand, but I couldn't play my, like, I thought of it as they hand trap, and I have, like, Trickstar in hand. I could go double summon, play the Trickstar, and then go full combo off of that. Thinking back on it, it's not all that much of a normal situation to get into. I can kind of see it, but not really. So, you live in your own. This is from Flounder format. I was watching one of Triff Gaming's videos. I love Triff. So, Pen God, Pen God, Pen Best deck here. So, basically, he was explaining why he didn't play any hand traps in his build. And he was mainly talking about the best real deck, the best deck to him in the format at that point in time to counter pendulums. What was that deck? Flounders. So, he thought of a very interesting idea. This. So he didn't think of exactly this. He played 3 Dark Hole, 3 Raigeki in his side deck. I don't have 3 Raigeki. So, instead of playing 3 Raigeki, I just played 2 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole. Because I know Flounder isn't really in the format, but I could see it as being an underdog. I could see it as being, like, kind of convoy. So, they don't play hand traps. They don't play hand traps at all. So, I can just go Raigeki their field. They have nothing. So, can't tribute any of it. Can't tribute any of it. So, pretty good. And that wraps up the side deck. So, yeah. I'm probably going to work on the side deck eventually. Maybe not, like, all that much of it. I definitely will be taking out the Raigekis, probably be taking out the Dark Holes. Ibli might be taken out of the main deck, and we might take out Unchained out of the extra deck. But, yep, that finished it up. This is my live twin Spright deck profile. Hope you liked it. I'm going to start doing more stuff like this. I don't have any more Yu-Gi-Oh decks, so I can't really show any more Yu-Gi-Oh decks, which kind of sucks, but I do play, like, more competitive Pokemon. I haven't went to a regional for Pokemon, if you were asking that. I play quite a bit of Pokemon, I play quite a bit of Shadowverse, I play quite a bit of Master Duel. Not so much Master Duel. Master Duel kind of sucks right now. If you've seen that infinite loop that's been going around, takes 30 minutes for them to beat you. It's just Gustav Max infinite loop, which sucks. And I don't like to do that. So, yeah. So, goodbye. Possibly see you later. If you come back, that'll be fun. Next thing I'll be probably doing is playing some Shadowverse. Playing some Shadowverse or showing off my Pokemon deck. My more competitive-ish Pokemon deck. And peace.